After a long, hot day in the sun, it's always good to walk inside and, grab a nice beverage to drink. Water, a nice chilled soda, or maybe even your teenage son. Yeah, just stick a straw in him, Capri Sun that little boy. I don't want to make this video. So there was this news headline that has been, hot potatoed around the site recently. And don't be fooled. He's not actually, going full on Dracula on his son. He's having blood transfusions. So that makes it a bit better, but still weird in a sense. So the whole process goes like that. He's 45, this millionaire. He receives like 1 liter donation of young plasma blood once a month for 6 months. And it comes from his 17-year-old boy. He also says that he gave some of this blood plasma to his father, who's in his 70s. It just feels like the whole family gathers around this poor 17-year-old and just put in straws and get to work. If you visit this person's house, it's like, oh, are you thirsty? Would you like water, coffee? My son? My son is available if that's what you want. Good for the skin. Very good for, I could testify, very good for the skin. I don't know, I just feel sorry for the 17-year-old son. He's probably going to grow up, write a few memoirs or biographies about his time as a walking blood bank for his family. It's going to be a lot of therapy bills, I feel like. It's just pending so far. Now, he has a routine that he follows. Like, one aspect of his routine includes limiting his eating to a 5-hour window each day between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. Yeah, I feel like that's going to cause some issues. Just minor issues. He also exercises daily, takes a host of supplements each morning, and monitors his diet to consume exactly 1,977 calories every day. If I followed that plan, I would be scrawny. Like, I used to be very scrawny because this was pretty much what I did. I did not eat much. I exercised a lot, basketball and just, weightlifting back in middle school, high school. I was bones. I am so glad I have fat now. You have no idea. And it's not like excessive fat. It's like a decent tone of, fat. I don't know how the conversation worked. Like, did he like knock on his son's door? It's like, hey, you want to have some father-son bonding time? Yeah, sure, Dad. Yeah, okay, let's go to the clinic. I just, we could have eye contact when they transfuse us. It's just, why go through all this process? You have the means, being a billionaire, you have the means to proper exercise, proper diet, like getting trainers and whatnot. You could pretty much fix your life in that capacity. You're still gonna age like anyone else. And mind you, there is no issue with trying to find a way to prevent aging. It's just going to this kind of like extreme. It's not healthy. What was her name? Marion and Ned. There was some rich European lady, monarch or whatever, that the rumor was that she used to bathe in the blood of young women to, preserve her beauty. Yeah, I hope that's a rumor, but you know how freaky the medieval people were, so could have been real. Count Elizabeth Bathroy, Hungarian. So yeah, still European. 4 of her servants were accused of torturing and killing hundreds of girls and women between 1590 and 1610. Her servants were put on, where was she? Was in prison. Where's the bloodbath thing? Oh, here. Legends describe her vampiric tendencies, such as the tale that she bathed in the blood of virgins to retain her youth, were generally recorded years after her death, and are considered unreliable. Yeah, I don't know what it is with rich people and blood. and rituals. Like there's something about that, and wearing cloaks and chanting, and I don't know. I really feel like once you've made enough money, you just kind of go insane. There's some level of insanity going on. Not all rich people, but most of them kind of are. I'm gonna be honest. The pictures of the event, I don't know what to say to that. That I guess it's maybe I don't understand the classic family bonding that they have. Uh, I'm not too sure. It looks pretty. There's no way to say this is normal. I'm not gonna say, hey, if that's how their family is, all touchy. That okay, yeah, family bonding. Regardless, the rest of the pictures, it just looks like they're posing for a new summer album. It really is something else. Can I say that for sure? His project is called Project Blueprint, an initiative aimed at slowing the aging process and reversing it before aging even occurs. That's not a bad thing. I understand that. Like, aging is something that should be looked into and should be, assessed, but it shouldn't be like this, mad scientist experiment style and going off the rails and just, going absolutely nuts with it. It's not going to help. I would rather age and not have some Resident Evil looking abomination, spawn out of all this. Because if we have a zombie virus happening, it's going to be like this. Something out of this. I feel like most zombie movies start like that. But what I like in this article, it says here, one biochemist told Bloomberg that people seeking anti-aging infusions basically have an anxiety problem, and I feel like that was probably the only person who had common sense to say that, and is probably fired. But regardless, thank you for putting your 2 cents that are greatly needed in this world here. Sadly, rich people tend to have this thing where they don't listen to, the normal people. Case in point, that submarine which imploded, the Titan one. Yeah, I don't know. Rich people really, I guess they just spent their entire life not being told no. So whenever they get told no, they can't help but like shoo you away. According to the FDA, there is no proof that, copy pasting from a young person into an old person actually does anything. If there is, it's probably just a mental bias. But we'll see where it goes from there, because I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon. For this billionaire, though, I do give him points. He did stop. These are 2 articles, pretty much after 2 months, as you could see, May 22nd, July 11th, same year. This one talks about how he was pretty much discussing his transfusion journey with his 17-year-old to stay young. And then 2 months later, he's like, yeah, this ain't working. And I'm starting to look like Nosferatu, so I'm going to drop, peace out from this for now. There are plenty of other billionaires that are definitely doing this, and in probably more drastic ways. And then he goes on about it does something special to just get under people's skins. They seem to just boil and then they want to unleash on me. I do have to confess, I do love it. Guy's going on his anime villain arc. He is full on set. He's not only a vampire in the blood sense, he's also an energy vampire, absorbing the hatred and malice and just pure disgust from people. So hey, good on you. Good on you. But yeah, Vlad the Impaler here, I don't think it's gonna work out at all. There are other ideas that rich people are doing for preventing aging, like freezing themselves and chronic sleep. Chronic? No, Cyro. The Mr. Freeze thing from Batman. I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing wrong with aging. I personally want to one day grow a full-on Gandalf gray beard. Uh, I don't see a problem with it. Like, yeah, the problem I do is I like running. Not being able to run is a sad thing. But sometimes you're going to have to accept that time is coming for you. It's coming for us all. There's nothing wrong with trying to prevent it, but don't go to an extreme where you're not even living your present life. You're neglecting that, trying to, I got to find a cure to aging. What happens if you never do? You wasted your entire present life. Just saying, there should be a nice balance. You should research how to stop aging if that's your field, but also don't forget to live in the present. That's my takeaway. That's all I'm going to say. There is a legitimate fear of death. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, was a perfect example of that. Death is something that comes for us all. Every soul shall have a taste of death. That is not something we should be afraid of, though. Should be cautious, but don't let it cripple you to the point where you're not living your best life. And that's all I could say about this strange phenomenon I've been seeing about rich people. Pretty sure world war or another pandemic or maybe just climate change is probably going to kill us all. Don't worry about aging. I really don't know what my 30s, 40s, or 50s are going to look like, but I'm cautiously optimistic. So that's all I could say about this matter. So that's all there is.